Welcome to Willow Creek Homestead, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Trish.
I'm Jonah, and this is our video that's part of the Chicken Mania Collaboration, started by
Rain Country.
Rain Country. In the description will be a list of all the channels that are participating in this collaboration, a link to all of their channels, as well as a link to the playlist that Rain Country is putting together for this.
It's been kind of joked about that chickens can be the gateway drug to homesteading, so come along and we'll discuss if it has been that way for us or not. So the chicken obsession for me started with 6 little babies that we brought home from the farm store. We brought home some golden sex links,
Rhode Island Reds, and I think one
barred rock.
One barred rock.
We called her the Matilda chicken.
Yeah, it was 7 years ago. We've been doing chickens for 7 years. I think we started just about like anybody else starts chickens. We had a cardboard box. We put them in, I believe, in the dining room. The dining room, and with a little heat lamp, and until they got bigger and stinkier
and louder,
and then we moved them out to the garage. And shortly after that, or around the same time, I started building the coop. I can't remember. So we just built a small little coop. It was about 4 foot by 4 foot, and moved them outside, and that was where it all began, in our suburban home and with a tiny backyard, and had a lot of fun.
We did. It was great. You know, I did not realize the obsession it would start for me. So for me, yes, chickens have absolutely been the gateway drug. Fresh eggs that taste amazing, and then if you choose to, you can eat them. I've always been of the philosophy that if they make me smile, I won't eat it, but I had to break that last year when we butchered a pig. I loved that pig. I smiled, and I smile when I eat it, so had to adjust my thinkings, but absolutely chickens have been the gateway drug for me.
Yeah, and so after we got the first batch of chickens, that first year, we did lose one to a dog.
Our dog ate it.
She ate it whole.
Left a wing. We found a wing.
Or no, was it in a foot?
No, her wing. It's the only thing that was left was the wing.
It was another time that she ate a chicken whole and left everything but ate everything but the foot.
That was our first loss, and I tell you, I bawled. I bawled. It was really hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our second chicken coop that we built when they outgrew the other coop that we had. We got all the lumber for free, and the paint was also given from somebody leftover project. When we went to do some repairs on it and I tried to get the paint matched, you can see that they didn't do a very good job matching it. Chickens don't care. We've got our nesting boxes up front. We have 6 boxes on both sides. Chickens share, so you don't need a box for each chicken. We have it set up, so we've started a new flock this year of chicks, silver-tipped Wyandottes, and we got a guard goose. His name is Maynard. We sure are having fun with him. If you do decide to get a guard goose for your flock, you want to make sure to only get one. If you get more than one, they can get distracted and they will not protect your chicks. It's been really fun to see. They're about a month and a half old, and it's really fun. They flock to him. And at night, when I come to put them back in, because they don't know how to do that yet, I have to put Maynard in first, otherwise the chicks will try and get back out. So it's kind of fun. They've got their little mama goose. We also have started turkeys for the 3rd year in a row. This year we decided to go with a heritage breed. They are, what are they?
Royal Palms.
We're doing Royal Palms this year, and so far we have been impressed. It is worth spending the extra few dollars for the chicks. We've had less losses and they're smarter, and overall we have been very impressed with the heritage breeds.
So this is our main flock. These are the older hens we've had for a few years now. I think the oldest is coming on 3 years. We have a rooster. These are primarily barred rocks. The rooster's barred rock. We have a few Rhode Island red hens left from that are the older ones, and then we have one Easter egg, or what are those, anacondas? And this is the chickshaw. We keep them in a fenced off area with the chickshaw, which is basically a mobile tractor. The idea and the plans for the chickshaw came from Justin Rhodes. I was watching his videos, thought it was a cool idea. What I like about it is that we can move these guys around the yard, the property, and when they're in this concentrated area, not free ranging, they can fertilize heavily the area, and they till up our wood chips for us and kind of cultivate the ground as they go, and I can move that from area to area. Just recently, about a week or 2 ago, we moved them out. We had this set up over the garden, and we moved it out of the garden so we could start planting our garden, which has all that bird crap in it. The chickshaw, the floor of it is completely wire mesh, so that their droppings just go down to the ground. Chickens poop a lot at night. I would say more at night than any time of the day. And so this is where we're going to keep our main flock. When our other flock gets older and these start, not producing eggs as much, we'll move those into here, and the turkeys we'll keep in that other chicken coop. So 2 thumbs up for a chickshaw. We love it. So why chickens?
One day he came home and says, we should get chickens, and I thought he was crazy. But he was adamant that he wanted our kids to know what it was like to work, to have responsibility, and to grow up taking care of something. I felt they were too young for that. I think moms struggle actually seeing how old your kids are and the capacity that they can do things. So it has been really good that he pushed us into this, and it has become a love of mine. I'm the crazy chicken lady. I love it. Mm-hmm. So it has been a really, really great journey for our family. And we've had some heartbreaks. We've had some lessons learned from lack of care. It's been really great.
So it was all about, for me, it was all about responsibility, and how am I going to teach my kids responsibility? What can I do? What tools could I use, or what methods? And I was thinking about, giving them something that they could care for, and that they were responsible for, that wasn't too hard, too much for them at first, or something that we could help them with. And so I thought of chickens.
Sorry.
Thank you. And So, you know, chickens are easy to get into. They're a good start if you want to start down the path of self-sufficiency. They're a great tool for your kids. They can learn a lot, like you said. Losses, responsibility. If you don't take care of them, they suffer. You know, it's a serious thing, so we've learned a lot over the years. We've learned, and the kids have learned a lot over the years. After having chickens for a couple of years, it gave us courage and confidence to start venturing into other things. We really liked having the fresh eggs and having that little bit of self-sustainability there, you know. And so we started doing other things. We got ducks. That was more for fun than anything, but then we got into beekeeping. We raise pigs. This year we started 2 bottle calves. Like we mentioned earlier, turkeys. We love doing turkeys. But for us, chickens were the gateway into broadening our horizons as far as self-sustainability and homesteading. We really weren't sure if at that time if homesteading was going to work out for us, or if we had what it took to do it. You know, when something is new to you, there's always, am I going to be able to do it, or do it effectively, or be successful at it, or, you know, is that a lifestyle? It's a huge lifestyle. It was for us a lifestyle change. It has been over the years.
Then you get the people that tell you can't do it and that you're crazy and what are you trying to do? And so, you know, you have to grow some thick skin and chase your dreams. You know, and chickens were the start of that for us, to have a taste of another lifestyle that we didn't necessarily know we wanted, but it grew out of having the opportunity of starting with chickens.
So if you're thinking about raising chickens or homesteading in general, we say do it. It's definitely worth doing in our experience. We've loved it. We've enjoyed the journey. We're looking forward to new opportunities, and, you know, every year we've some of the things we're going to be doing in the future. Every year we've bought a new set of chicks and raised them. We want to start breeding our own, raising chicks from eggs that, you know, our hens themselves lay and hatch. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to, hopefully this year we'll have a male-female turkey, and we can get a breeding pair there and get a perpetual, you know, growth of turkeys that way. But definitely a gateway for us. Highly recommend doing it. There's been a lot of lessons we've learned through this experience over the years. Some of them harder than others, obviously, but it's been good. You know, some of the things that we've I'd say learned, some key things, are to keep it simple. We've tried a lot of different methods for watering our chickens. A lot of fancy waterers out there, a lot of fancy feeders, and keeping it simple has been the best thing for us. We just have a bowl we put on the ground, throw their food in there, and it's super easy.
And it keeps the rodents out throughout the night. We set up a
well, if we only,
we try to feed them the day's ration.
Days rations instead of having a thing that rodents can get to all the time, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it helps with the parasites getting into your birds. The best watering system was the chicken nipples. Super cheap, put them in a bucket. They're great. We'll leave a link below that you can check that out.
Yeah, and another big thing that for us has been mites. As soon as you start seeing sign of mites or other pests, I guess you want to call them, nip it in the butt, take care of it early. It's going to get more difficult and more traumatic for your birds.
Diatomaceous earth is a great tool on the homestead for a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Yes, and mite damage, you're going to see broken feathers. You know, you can Google that.
We've had a lot of problems with mites.
We have.
So.
We lost one our first year to mites before we knew what they were. So it's good to know what you're doing, learn from your mistakes, don't beat yourself up, and just start where you are.
Yeah, we've had a few issues with dogs getting our chickens. We've lost a lot of chickens to dogs, but anyway, definitely highly recommended. So we've enjoyed the journey. We've enjoyed doing this video. Hopefully you've found it interesting or at least in some way helpful. We're grateful for Rain Country for starting this collaboration and that we're able to be a part of it. And check out all the other channels and their videos. Like we said earlier, links are in the description, lots of information in the description. So as we like to say at Willow Creek Homestead, thanks for coming along on this crazy journey we call homesteading, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.